Welcome one and all, I'm Decoy, and today I thought I'd do something just a little bit different, and I would attempt to build every atomic shop item that I own, but to be fair, I couldn't quite pull it off. Also, as a little side note, I didn't really aim for just stuff that came from the atomic shop. If it had an atomic shop logo beside it, I wanted to build it. Now, my lovely wall of wallpapers, that is 50 wallpapers. I have never used all of them before, so it was kind of neat. At least some of them finally got, dusted off and used. Now, I did run into one issue. There is no way you could build all of this in a camp. Or at least, there's no way I could build all of mine in a camp. So, I had to think bigger, and I had to go take a workshop to build as much as I could there. Now, by the time I was done building, the workshop's budget was at about 70% or so. Yeah, it was it was a lot of stuff, and it's kind of funny. As I was going through building, I was like, man, I feel like I'm building like a giant yard sale or something. I mean, I'm just throwing out one of everything. Another issue that I did run into is I would never, ever be able to build every atomic shop thing that I own because, well, you got the little issue of, well, you can only have one of this. Like with my Hero of the Wasteland statue. There's 3 different versions, but I can only build one of them. Kind of depressing. Also tried to throw in all the different floors that I have. I mean, I tried to hit everything I could. I did forget, I think, one curtain and a couple of doors. But oh well. There's plenty of other crap here. That's right, I call it crap. I really do enjoy the little run of all the stand-ups. I like that the one guy had the gun pointing towards him, and they had the Grim Reaper just ended up on the other side. That was not planned out, but it works. Bunch of my lights, some conduits. I mean, it's pretty darn crazy trying to throw out all of this stuff because it was a lot. Also, just to be fair, I did not power everything. I got lazy, alright, after spending a ridiculous amount of time throwing all of this out to look at it. I did not want to drag power lines around. Yeah, it happens, alright? Now we get to the little wall of wall decorations. And for the most part, it filled up that wall quite nicely. Look at all that stuff. Also, we got the 2 different hearts. The one we got for free, and then the one that, was in the Valentine's bundle. Still think that was kind of some crap, alright? I always kind of got a little bit annoyed when they would give something away that was part of something else at one point. There's like one other thing. It was back there in the wall decorations that really annoyed me. It was like the Red Rocket poster. And they gave that away for free at one point. But it's something you can get a plan for in the game already. So now I have 2 of them in my build menu, which just kind of pointless. Like, whoop-de-doo. Then we got all the big old structures and stuff. Now, another thing I couldn't quite build all of here was those signs right there, like the Nuka-Cola. Those signs take up way too much budget. And they've always taken up a ridiculous amount of budget. That is something that Bethesda really needs to look into. There is no reason that those things should eat up as much budget as they do. It is horrible. Like all these kind of signs. Big old Nuka-Cola Mothman. I mean, yeah, it needs looked into. It is pretty darn bad. Big old red rocket sign. My goodness. We're not even halfway through this part. Because we still got to get to all the little floor decorations here in a minute. Of course, I was super excited when they modified the little dome right there to where you could have a version that didn't have a floor on it. And that is one thing that has surprised me over time, is you would have some Atomic Shop item, and then like months later they go in and tweak it. Like, what was it? The Mobile. That thing was static. It did not move. It just kind of hung there. It looked like crap. And then months later, they made it dynamic, so it moved around a little bit, which was awesome. Of course, now we're at a huge collection of beds. Now, I do not own every Atomic Shop item. I definitely don't. Although I will say, I'm a little bit disappointed that after all this time, we still don't have mannequins to display outfits on. Otherwise, wow, I would have had a ton more building to do. But it probably would have been about my favorite part of the entire build, getting to throw all the mannequins and outfits out there. Then again, it's a workshop, and displays don't really work in workshops, so darn it, it wouldn't have fit in with everything else. Alright, it was a lovely thought, alright? And continuing our way through, just, wow. Also, I'm about to get attacked because, you know, I can't make it through an entire video without something going wrong. Yeah, the problem with workshops, they become under attack. Like, oh my gosh, why couldn't you have waited 5 minutes? So, murder everything with extreme prejudice, and then continue on. Yeah. See, I don't know why they bother attacking. They had to know. I was going to mess them up. Alright, now back to walking through. I don't know what the heck's going on with the rest of the enemies. I guess they saw that the rest of them got completely spanked, and they wanted none of it. The succulents down there are definitely one of my favorite build items. Of course, we got all the plushies. Well, all the current plushies. I'm sure there's more coming down the road. Gotta be. But that pretty much wraps up all of the stuff I could build. Again, there's a few things that I just couldn't make work. But, hey, there's a lot of crap right there. I hope you've enjoyed this. As usual, please remember to like, sub, and share. Later.